Hey champions, it's Miss Right again. Thanks for tuning into another great episode, a brand new episode. New thoughts. I'm so excited to bring you youth Landon Baldwin. If you haven't listened to Words, go back to that episode, hit that pause button and listen. Come back and listen to how we process with Landon about how to move positively with words. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started and listen to what he has to say today. Hello and welcome back to another The Right Compassion, but this time our first episode of Processing Words with our youth, Landon Baldwin. I'm so excited to have him on the show. How you feeling today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm, chilling. I'm grooving. I'm pushing through it. Thank you so much for being on here. And so with that being said, you want to add anything? You want to give a little shout out?
Yeah, I'm Landon Baldwin. As you guys know, I go to Grand Oaks High School, and Miss White was actually my counselor back at Bradley, was it?
Yes, back in the day. That was a long time ago.
Way back in the day. Yeah, that's right.
Well, we're
old now.
I know, right? That means I'm being old. I'm so excited. Shout out to your mom, Team Mom,
yes, ma'am,
having you on the show. So we'll go ahead and get started because I know that you youth want to hear what he has got to say and us processing together. So with words, that's a powerful episode, Landon, and it really speaks about the power of what we say. So tell us a little bit, what did you take from listening to this message about words?
What I took about this little podcast episode was that mostly what you think in your mind is how you're going to reflect outwards and reflect to other people, and how you talk, how you act, body language, all that kind of stuff. And it's just about, having a good mindset, being kind to other people, because it takes absolutely nothing to be kind, and it makes everyone's day. Episode, I really liked it. It was a very powerful message.
I like how you say about what you think in your mind, because I think it's really important, because I can probably hear a listener now saying well, what if I'm thinking negative thoughts and I've got negative words? It's, being mindful about how that can influence your feelings and in your actions. So I think that's a powerful piece with you saying that, you have to have, or choose to have, rather, I say, a positive mindset, because it's everything.
That is everything, right? And it all boils down to your mindset. When I used to play baseball, I play tennis now. I used to really get down on myself after, I struck out or I missed a fly ball. Really get down in the dirt, and that's whenever I would start failing at, just the most basic of things, watching a ball. I remember one time, I was swinging the bat with my friends, and I was swinging great before the game, and I walked to the plate. I was leading off for the day, and first strike came by right down the middle. I'm like, I really could have hit that, and it just spiraled more and more and more, and I eventually struck out. And my mom is always saying, well, yeah, you need to have better mindset. Just put it behind you. The past is always going to be behind us. The future is in front of us, and now is now, and we need to worry about now. And throughout my 14 years of sports, I really started to learn that keeping a good mindset is going to keep you nice and good, in the game. Yeah.
Nice and good, because steady wins the race. I think that's powerful for you to share, especially those words of wisdom from your parents, right? Because sometimes, you and, other youth may feel like, especially grown-ups, because now I'm a parent, you don't know what I'm feeling, you don't know what I'm stressing, but, we sometimes forget that our parents have gone through challenges too. And so because they've gone through these experiences, it's really important that we listen to those words of wisdom. Thank you for sharing. So with just kind of like that metaphor or that example rather, about you being in the game, I love how you say you didn't stay stuck. That's important because we'll like drown in our sorrows and just stay there.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a consequence, something that happens as a result of, when we just stay down, that can happen to where we can't get out. And then, like you said, I'm going to keep failing every single time if I continue to have that negative mindset. So with this, what advice would you give, other peers, other, kids your age, maybe, even younger, regarding this message with words?
I've been saying it, I'll say it again and again. Keep a great mindset all the time, no matter what you're doing, going into a test, playing any game. And just, don't talk bad about yourself. Don't talk bad about anyone else. But especially now in high school, I know from experience that people can spread rumors very quickly, and that's just more negative stuff going on to that person. And it's just really bad that I think people do that, because it hurts. It only hurts the other person. And
I feel like it hurts. Would you agree that I feel like it hurts yourself too? It's just like when you have to do that gossip and spread that rumor, it's just like, if for you to have the words to hurt someone else and to make someone feel, that must mean that you must be hurting too. Like there's a void that or some emptiness that you're trying to fill. So you have to retaliate, or you have to put someone else down in order to pick yourself up. Man.
Right. Yeah. And I won't lie, I have been bullied a couple times in my childhood, and it's always like, after they stop, I kind of start talking to them and like, oh yeah, well, my dad's really mean to me, and like he kind of hurts my mom sometimes. It's really horrible. And now I understand that exactly what you said. And people have that anger built up inside them from their parents doing that or whoever else, and they just have to lash out at people.
Well, I'm glad that we have, people like you in the world, Landon. I love your ability to forgive. Because what I just heard you say is that, with some challenges that, you've had in your past, your ability to forgive and to seek understanding. And that shows the strength of your character, even though you are in high school. But that's wisdom to pour onto other people, because you were able to understand, like, where are these words coming, where are these actions coming from? And sometimes it's not even just maybe your friend or your peer in class or in your grade level. It could be things happening from home. It could be other situations out of control. And so I love how you use that to like, well, I could just, respond negatively, or I can seek understanding, and then also try to be the light and help that person through it. Absolutely. That is amazing.
Right. And it's always about trying to put yourself in their shoes and see what their situation is. Right.
And even to push further, I'm wondering if we could all, youth and us as adults, put ourselves in that person's position, but then also how can we be supportive and to help that person? Now, sometimes everyone, may not receive it in the way that we want to, but that's where I always say, like, we have to be the light and we have to let it shine. And you've been able to do that. And I think that that's what really makes you a cool kid, because like I'm good. Life is good. I'm not holding any frustration or anything towards you, or any resentment. I'm a push on. I'm going to help you. And so, you'll deeply be blessed with that, Landon. You're a great, example. So that was powerful. All right. So anything else on your heart that you want to say, regarding words and just encouraging us to close out today?
Really, it's all just the words we choose to say to other people, like those kind of words that really hurts people, and coming under fire like that can really hurt somebody's mindset. And it's just horrible what people can say from other people's standpoints. And I have a friend and he uses that language on the regular, and I really don't like that. I mean, he's my best friend, but like he makes those high school level jokes like that, like, oh yeah, I see that
Yeah.
F or whatever over there. And I'm like, hey man, like, you can't say that word. You're super duper young. You shouldn't really know those things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the world that we live in today.
It is, but there is power in you. Also, I would say go deeper for you to also empower other you to use replacement language. And so whatever you're trying to express, or whatever frustration you're feeling with, obviously joking, that is not okay, but there are replacement in other words that you can use. And so you just got to keep, working and grinding with that, person and that individual. And I know for sure that person can change over time. So I'm glad that you felt safe enough to say that, because sometimes I think we live in this closed box, and there may be some listeners today that may feel like I don't know what to do, or this is just kind of my environment. But there are ways to speak words and to speak life into people, and not in a negative way. But then I also go back to the beginning when you were telling us about, speaking those words to yourself. Because when you're speaking those positive words to yourself, then, and you're loving yourself and respecting yourself, it gives you the ability and the capacity and the position to love other people and to serve other people and to heal other people. Well, thank you so much for being, I like to say, filler upper. You filled me up today. Listeners, I hope that he filled you up today. And we are so proud to have him on our episode, Processing Words. So if you have not listened to Words again, make sure you go back and listen to it. And we'll see you on the next The Right Compassion for You.
Bye. Thank you very much for having me. Bye.
I'm thankful for you listening today. And as always, if you are wanting to donate to The Right Compassion, that would be a huge blessing. There is a link that is either in the feed or through whatever platform that you are using. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook. So make sure you look at those comments and see how you can make The Right Compassion for You so successful. Spread the word, share with followers, and thank you again for listening to The Right Compassion for Youth. Have an amazing, amazing day.